All right. I had a little more time, but it's cool.
Dictionary.
Hey, it's me, Mario. Um, let's see. What was I looking for, real quick? That's what it was. That's what it was. Hmm. Peace, 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 peace. We're gonna have ourselves a little discussion. Matter of fact. Matter of fact. Oh, did I close the screen? Let me get the link up real quick. 1 second. I'd encourage send this to anybody that's a Moorish American. I would love to have their input. Send it out there. Let them know. Yeah. Come on. Forget my fat. That's what I'm forgetting. Got a question that I would like to ask the people. You know what I'm saying? But let me get my fans real quick. Actually, look. I'm gonna watch the TV. No, that's cool. I want to do something cool. Chill. Sit down. That's a girl. Sit down, please. Thank you. Dang, what was I trying to? Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I can use this one. Okay, all right. Oh, that's what it was. There we go. Huh. All right. All righty. Yeah, let me send this out real quick. And we're gonna get to the question. How many Moorish Americans are in the US? In the Americas? There we go. Comments in the comment section. Oh, such a surprising discovery. All right, 1 second. There we go. All right. Peace, 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 peace. I'm Rami Salam El. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming back if you was watching the live early. Now this class, this is an interesting discussion. How many Moorish Americans or Moors are in the USA, in the United States of America? How many Moorish Americans are in North America? Or, I know it's some of the folks that try to like play the language game. Oh, we're not in it because of jurisdiction at, by, near, whatever language you want to try to use. You feel what I'm saying? How many Moorish Americans are here? Do you have an idea? Do you have a number, an estimate, a ballpark figure? Would love to hear your input. Let me put this in there too, real quick. In case people want to discuss this and come online. You know what I mean? You want to come on, talk online. Well, come on down. Come on down to Chinatown. The question, and just for some reference, just for something to think about. Let's see here. There we go. We are here with it. Bam. Let me get myself out of the way so we can see just a little bit better. Yeah. For reference purposes, if you look up U.S. Census Black population, oh, they got it right there for you. In 2021, 40.1 million people in the United States were non-Hispanic Black alone, which represents 12.1% of the total population of 331.9 million people. Blacks/African Americans are the second largest minority population in the United States. So, the question I'm posing to Moors out there, Moorish Americans, especially the ones, that know about law and claim this about government and jurisdiction, etc., etc., etc. All due respect, could we start with a simple question? How many Moorish Americans are there in the United States of America? Can you give me a number? Anybody? Just drop the number in there. You know what I mean? Does anybody have an idea? And I'm hoping if there isn't people, pardon me, if there isn't people that want to, if there isn't people that want to join live, I'm hoping after the live, you'll see this and you can comment and say, well, I think it's this many, or I think it's this, whatever your estimate, whatever your number is. The next question beyond that is, where did you get the number from? How did you come to that estimate, that ballpark figure, that conclusion? Was there some data that you reference or that you're sourcing from? Is there some sort of database where we can get some sort of numbers or statistics about Moorish Americans in the United States? Just some honest questions. There's no, and actually, let me tell you the backstory to this. Real quick story time. So, man, this had to be like 8-9 years ago. I'm having a discussion with my brother, and we talking about all sorts of things about, Black people and what's good for us. I had brought over like Marcus Garvey book. I remember we had to talk like a long discussion about Marcus Garvey, about this movement, about that movement. And then, I was speaking to him about Noble Drew Ali. Hold on a second. I was speaking to him about Noble Drew Ali and Moors, and we need to do this, and it's our country, and blah, 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 blah. And he was like, yo, man, I mean, I hear all the information about Moors, and I said, I brought a bunch of books over. He was like, I get it. But he said to me, how many Moors is it in the country right now? if you had to give me a number, he put me on the spot. He's like, how many Moors is it in the country right now? And my clever response was, oh, well, however many black people it is in the country, because blacks are Moors. So whatever the number of black people, that's the number of Moors. And, trying to be slick. But he was like, no. I understand that. But I mean, like, proclaim the people that are publicly identifying as Moors. He got specific, you know what I mean? Painted me into a corner to really nail down exactly, what he was asking. And he wanted to know, of the so-called black people, understanding blacks are Moors, but of all of our people, how many of us is it that know that we're Moors and are proclaiming and truly standing on this, saying, yes, I'm Moor, or I'm a Moorish American. And when he asked me this way, I couldn't wiggle up out of it. You know what I mean? I couldn't try to give some clever answer. The truth was, I didn't know. I had no idea what that number was. You know what I'm saying? And it hold on one second. Sorry about that. But I wasn't able to give him an estimate, a number, because I had no clue. Just being real, being honest with him, being honest with myself, it's like, man, I honestly don't know. I have no clue. And I was like, I don't even know where you will find that out. You know what I mean? This was before I had as much knowledge as I have about, the Moorish Temple of America and the different movement, et cetera, et cetera. That being said, I'm bringing this question to you, to the people. You know what I mean? Specifically Moorish Americans. You talk about the government and jurisdiction, and we're our own nation, right? We got our nationality. We're the Moorish nation. I heard plenty of people say this. Okay, no problem. How many people, how many Moors, how many Moorish Americans are in our nation? Anybody? Anybody have any sort of guess, estimate, ballpark figure at all? And matter of fact, I definitely can't look it up today just because I'll have to go through a bunch of PDFs. But if you do research on the FBI's website, if you look up FBI, just search FBI Noble Drew Ali or FBI Moorish Temple of America, they have from the Freedom of Information Act, Request Act, they have, I think, 30 PDF documents on their website that you can look that shows the history of the FBI investigating the Moorish Temple of America and Noble Drew Ali back in the 1920s, 30s, and 50s, 60s as well. But in that, somewhere in those documents, it speaks about how at one time back then there was an estimate. I believe the number was as high as 100,000 members in the Moorish Temple of America. I may be completely off there on the number. I feel like it was a little bit over 100,000, but to be honest, I haven't reviewed the documents in a long time. My point is that even back then, there was at least some sort of idea or estimate of the number of Moorish Americans. Can we say that today? Do we have some sort of database, some sort of records to show and prove, yes, this is how many Moors there are in the USA, or this is how many Moors there are in America? All right. My tribal government, Aboriginal Republic of North America, proclaims ourselves as Aboriginal Americans of Moorish descent. Peace, Ogun, Amari, XI. And I appreciate the comment. Respectfully, this question is not necessarily about your tribal government and Aboriginal Americans of Moorish descent. But I mean, the same question, I guess, could be applied to you. How many Aboriginal Americans of Moorish descent are in the United States of America? Do you have that figure? Do you have that estimate? Do you have any sort of idea on the amount of people that is? And the point I'm getting to with this is, and peace, Jane. There's definitely some people that are looking foolish. My point in asking this, as Moors, as Moorish Americans, we look foolish when people speak about jurisdictionness and, you know, we have our own nation and, you know, all of this kind of rhetoric that you have seen out there in terms of Moors and dealing with the law and dealing with being a nation. All of that is fine and dandy. Some of it may be well-intentioned. But if on a basic level, we can't answer the question, yes, there are approximately 150,000 proclaimed Moorish Americans in the United States of America. If we can't provide simple information like that, never mind to other people, to ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Put other people and trying to show that to other people aside. Just within ourselves, if you ask, watching this, ask your Grand Sheik or your whatever Moorish leader that, you know, whatever group you're in, just ask them, how many Moorish Americans are in the United States of America? This is a very simple question, a basic question. And if we're not able to answer basic questions like that, we don't have no business talking about how I'm a master of this law and I know this and the judge can't say that, like the Taj Tariq Bey beliefs, all of that kind of stuff, all of that rhetoric, toss that out. Get back to what Noble Drew Ali was teaching. You know what I'm saying? And he was speaking about respecting the government, not trying to say the government doesn't have jurisdiction and we're above it. None of that nonsense. And if we respected the government properly, my belief, my opinion, my perspective is that we would properly register ourselves in the census or the census and other databases that collect that information. And then whenever the census does their oh man, it's a particular word, but does the count. Whenever they do the count, then we would have an accurate reflection of how many Moorish Americans are in this country. Oh man, peace, Dr. Swindle Hoodwink. Now I laugh because Dr. Swindle Hoodwink, I'm almost positive, correct me if I'm wrong, almost positive is not actually a Moorish or Moorish American, but yet it's the first person that I've seen with at least an estimate. You know, and I say that to say, examining ourselves as Moors, as Moorish Americans, how ridiculous is it that we can't give a number or an estimate of how many Moorish Americans are, but someone that's not, do you understand the just backwardness? And this is, again, a very simple, basic question. I'm not asking, you know, for a bunch of details, just a ballpark figure estimate of how many Moorish Americans are in the USA or in America or in North America, at North America, because I know the whole language game. So all of that aside, just on a very simplistic level, do you see how ridiculous it is? Because again, the next question, where do we get the numbers from? Let's say it's, let's say Taj Street Base says, oh, there is 250,000. Well, where did you get that number from? Who's collecting the data on who's a Moorish American? Now, if we were following Noble Drew Ali's teachings, There was a whole structure and system in place for the organization, and records would be sent in from the different states and the different temples to the major temple, and we had people in position to take care of that data. And we could also funnel people and have everybody on the same accord on how we're supposed to enroll or register in the census or whatever database, whatever way we need to register to show ourselves as Moorish Americans. But we don't have any structure that we're following right now. Or not, I'll say we don't have any structure, but we are not following the structure that was set up for us. We meaning Moorish Americans, we meaning Moors in the Moorish Science Temple of America. This is a simple fact. Now, if somebody disagrees, if it's some Moor out there that says, no, that's not right, Rami, you're incorrect on that. Here's the data, here's the numbers. Come on down. Come on down. Let's have a discussion. Peace. Yeah, and happy holidays, you know, for the people that celebrate happy holidays and all of that. You know what I mean? Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, you know, New Year's, you know, package it all up in a bundle for you. Peace, S. Blaylock L. Islam. Martell McCoy, peace and love. I Googled and there's no evidence on how many people. Yes, I know. I did the Googles too. I did some searching as well. And there isn't, well, actually, my mistake. There is one. There is one website I found. And let me show it. Let me show. Oh man, I didn't even see you right there. One second. Let me share this real quick, and then I'll bring you in, Swin. I just wanted to share because I said I was like, oh, I didn't find any websites. Well, that's not entirely true. I did find a website, you know, the validity of it, you know. But I saw this, and this is from Moorish American government.land/census registration. Now, already there's some issues because we have this thing called the Moorish American government at the top, which Noble Drew Ali didn't create. This Moorish national flag that you see in the middle here, Noble Drew Ali didn't create or fly at all. Even these seals, the Grand Seal of the Moorish nation since 1865, I don't know where that's from. The Grand National Emblem, I don't know who designated that, but we're not even going to get into all of that. I just wanted to show that I did do some searching and did find a website that's kind of speaking to it, but as you can see, it says National Census and Registration. This is the National Census Registration Citizenry Head Count for the Moorish American government. It is a matter of record and inclusion. No information on this website will be authorized to be used in the courts of any other governments or organizations for any reason at all. And here it says in the ticker, but see, I don't even know if this is. Oh, wait. Come on, dog. So I thought at first I was like, I think this clicker is the actual stats for people that come to the website. And then I noticed that because I seen the fine print. See, this is the kind of nonsense I'm talking about. With all due respect to the people that, you know, put this website together. Let me get that out of the way. Look, I highlighted this sentence at the bottom of this census registration. It says, registered Moorish Americans with the Moorish American national government is currently at approximately 60 million citizens and growing. That is 60 million, right? Yeah. 10,000, 20,000, 100,000. 60 million is currently at approximately 60 million citizens. Fam. Wait, that still got the fam, we gotta be. This is from the United States Census, and it says in 2021 there was 40.1 million people that were considered non-Hispanic Black. If the U.S. Census has us at about 40 million, how in the world did we get? Let me come back over to this nonsense, man. How in the world did they get 60 million citizens? How, Sway? How, Sway? Come on, man. See, I didn't even see this. I seen the website and I was like, oh yeah, I got to show this. I didn't even look at the fine print at the bottom. But this. I'm glad I found that. Praise God. This is exactly the problem. We got a bunch of people. I don't even know who runs that website. It's not legitimate at all in terms of representing Moorish Americans. But the problem is that there's many websites and many individuals and people and groups like that, claiming that they're Moorish American government, or they're the official Moorish Science Temple of America, or they're the real Moorish American nation, or they're the real Moorish Empire, or whatever name they make up. You know what I'm saying? But the nonsense has got to stop. Like, oh man, I'm at a loss for words. Can I see who is like in charge of this? Oh, this the same way. I already covered these folks, man. I'm done with these folks, man. That's just some nonsense. Just to be real with y'all. I don't even need to get too much further, but that website was nonsense. Bringing me back to the point. Oh, Swindle, my fault, Swindle. Peace. Can you hear me? Peace. Is Swindle still there? Oh, Swindle muted themselves. My bad. I got a little carried away.
Hey, much respect there, Rami.
Peace. How you doing?
Good. You brought up that website. I've been dealing with a person that's part of that Moorish American government, and he claims that every Black person in the world is Moorish American. That's where they probably get that number.
Right.
But go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
But when I posted that 30,000 number in the chat, I actually called up the Moorish Science Temple of America. What is it? Temple number 1 in Chicago, and spoke with the Grand Sheik there, and I've had a long talk with him, and kind of I understand what the Moorish Science Temple is, and we were talking, and just like, basically, how are your numbers? And he's like, it's around 30,000 people right now. We're losing people because of going into these Moorish American governments, these Moorish American consulates and stuff like that. And what they want, if they don't have the numbers, so they don't have the money to go after these rogue things like the Moorish American consulate and the Moorish American government. So, yes, I debunk the Moorish American governments. I debunk the Moorish American consulates, and you'll notice on my videos I never go after the Moorish Science Temple of America, and I respect the legitimate Moorish Science Temples of America, but there are some bad ones out there.
Man, I appreciate your honesty, and I appreciate the work that you and some other folks, kind of like yourself, have been doing in terms of exposing the nonsense. Again, it's embarrassing. You know what I mean? It is it's embarrassing, and it makes us look foolish, but the truth is the truth, and that's something that I kind of learned from El Haj Malik El Shabazz, or Malcolm X. He spoke about being for truth no matter who tells it, you know,
Yeah.
and for justice no matter who is for or against. And we have to be, you know, I came to a point in this movement around 2015, I think 2016. I know at the least it's about 2016. And the issue I have within the Moorish Science Temple of America as an organization is we're not following the structure that Noble Drew Ali established for the organization, which would eliminate all of these issues.
Yeah.
The biggest issue being the Supreme Grand Council.
Yes, you've talked about that.
Yeah. So that's like, I don't want to get too deep into the details with that, but I completely understand what the Grand Sheik was saying in terms of there being other entities and groups that are, you know, pushing this nonsense, and that's partly why the numbers are dwindling down. I still get emails, you know, from people saying, you know, I'm trying to get out of this lawsuit, or how do I travel without my license and registration, and, you know, all of that jurisdiction, all of the Taj Tariq Bey stuff, you know, and all of that, the more sovereign citizen beliefs. It's still to this day, I get, you know, new people commenting, I need you to help me with this. And it's, you know, I do my best to redirect, but the truth is, until, and this is even beyond what you can do and what some other folks that may be criticizing Moorish Americans and the Moorish Science Temple, or not necessarily Moorish Science Temple, but, you know, the other groups, until we hold ourselves accountable, it's nothing, you know, we're not going to get the progress that we need to have.
It's sad seeing people. I mean, I listen to Light Tajiri Bey. She has a conference call every Thursdays and Saturdays, or Sundays, excuse me. And there's a lot of her followers that have gone to jail for listening to her. She tells them to stop paying their bills. You don't need a driver's license. You don't need a registration. People are losing their cars, their jobs, their kids, their homes because of listening to. Basically, she falls under Taj Tariq Bey. And that's where I go out and start hammering these people, saying, you're wrong, this isn't right. And then they bring up Prophet Noble Drew Ali told them that that's the way.
Yeah. No, I understand. I got attacked by a lot of Moors because I started, you know, holding, you know, these people accountable and challenging them, you know, that these people are lying. These people are conning you. They're setting you up for failure. You know, it's we're in a difficult situation right now, and that's partly why I kind of made. Oh, okay, I got you. That's partly why I made this video, because I want to I want to cover some topics and challenge Moors and Moorish Americans to think about things from a different angle, so that hopefully you can see how nonsensical, you know, the rest of these people that are claiming to be Moorish super grand sheiks and the, you know, the leader of the Moorish Empire, Moorish and Mexican Empire, all of that stuff is nonsense. And so, but I feel like, you know, if I can ask simple questions, how many Moorish Americans are, you know, in the USA? The lack of a simple response, I hope that it starts to show people. And even I wanted to highlight, because what you mentioned, the people from the Moorish American government website said, you know, that number comes from every Black person around the world. That's like the clever kind of lingo trick I was trying to use with my brother when he was asking me sincerely, you know, how many Moorish Americans are in the USA? And I was like, well, however many Black people, because Black people are Moors, which you know, that is true, but that's not the real question. You know what I mean? And it's important that we be sincere and be genuine and not try to play clever word games, because, you know, there is some truth to that. But trying to say every black person is a Moor, so therefore the amount of black people there are around the world is the amount of Moorish Americans there are in the United States of America is incorrect. Because I'm speaking about how many people properly or legally or lawfully or in their everyday life when they pay their bills on their card or on their, you know, their school ID, whatever the case, they are actually identifying as Moorish American. And I think asking that specific question also highlights, you know, how much work needs to be done. You know, because there's plenty of people.
Can I throw something in there?
Yeah.
So if you're paying to proclaim your nationality as a Moorish American, you're getting screwed. I've seen people paying anywhere from $35 to up to $150 to proclaim their nationality. Nationality is free.
And Noble Ali said that. To your point.
Yeah.
To your point.
Yeah.
Nationality is free. You shouldn't be having to, if you got to pay for it, you're being scammed.
Yeah. Then what is it? You've heard of this guy who Taj Tariq Bey follower. He calls himself the Moroccan Consulate General, Lamont Butler.
Yeah.
So
another
he
one.
So he just had a update on his on their website. So now they're selling national cards for $150. That's a scam. And if anybody's listening and you're interested in buying something like that, don't do it.
Yeah. You know, and it's unfortunate, but they are good at the scam. You know, they are really clever at getting people that are ignorant and don't fully understand what's going on, just kind of come into this, and all of a sudden, you know, it's like, oh, they got this, and you see these people backing them and supporting them, and it's like, oh, I guess this is legitimate. They seem to know what they're talking about, but the reality is, Lamont, just like Jamal and the Rise of the Moors, just like Taj Tariq Bey and the Great Seal, just like RV Bey, just like Light Tajiri, all of these people, they're fraudulent. You know what I mean? They're not being honest with you. They you know, do not follow them. And most importantly, understand that Noble Drew Ali never taught this. You know, when it comes to nationality and law and jurisdiction, all of that kind of stuff, you don't have to look any further than what Noble Drew Ali said and did. He respected the city jurisdiction, the state jurisdiction, the federal jurisdiction. On all levels, he was always complying and doing what was what was asked of us as citizens. And in fact, he made it clear that the purpose of the Moorish Science Temple of America, aside from teaching us about our creed and our history, is to make us better citizens. Not better citizens of the Mexican Empire, not better citizens of Moorish America, some made-up government.
Speak up a little bit.
Nation, the United States of America. Just is like nothing more than that. Oh, he bounced. Okay. But let me add this other person. But before I add Goddess of Truth, I wanted to address this Ogon. We won't know that answer because a lot of Moors don't see the benefits of having their own body politic. One of the benefits is being to have an exact account of our own groups. Respectfully, did Noble Drew Ali ever speak about Moors having their own body politic? Did Noble Drew Ali ever mention those words or that phrase? To my knowledge, Ogun, never seen him mention that. He never asked us to create our own body politic at all. He asked us to reclaim our, our history and our heritage and our creed and identify ourselves properly as Moorish Americans, but also to make us better citizens of the country that we're in, the United States of America, not to create our own body politic, not to create our own country or nation within a nation or empire, none of that. Give me one more thing. I saw one other thing. Did I? Oh, that's right. My bad. Peace, guys. The truth. Sorry about that.
Hello, and thank you for having me. Happy holidays to you and Happy New Year.
Peace. Happy holidays. Happy New Year's to you as well.
I wanted to come up because I wanted to share some information I have been working with and working on regarding one of these fake governments. Are you aware that Indiana State, as in the Secretary of State, has taken the USAR to court for being a fraudulent business claiming to be a government, and they won?
Wow. Nah, no, I had no idea. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Well, it doesn't surprise me that they won, but them doing that is surprising.
Yes, a while ago, they did detect that they were filing all of these fictitious charities with their registry of business entities, having their own Department of Justice marshals, motor vehicles. They detected it and they went after them, and they have removed them from their listing. They brought them to court. Of course, they lost. If you want, I have downloaded all of the suit papers, including all the exhibits involved.
Oh,
so
wow.
If you ever want them, I do have them maintained as their own collection.
Wow. Okay. Yes. Man, I definitely do, because I have I know I made at least one video, I think, speaking to them, and I know that I want to say one of their group members had made a video about me because I was telling folks not to get their license plate or something like that. But especially with this information, I'll reach out to you to get that information, because that is key. But
I put my email address for you in the private chat for StreamYard.
Okay, cool. But I wanted to highlight, because of what you said they brought the charges up on, and I wanted to highlight something. Shout out to S. Blaylock, because I was literally looking for it in the Quran. But let me just bring this up on the screen for folks to see, because this is, Noble Drew Ali already covered this issue way ahead of time. It's a little, this font is a little small. I kind of want to zoom in, but this is the Divine Constitution, and this is off of, I'll drop the link in there. I use this website a lot. They have a good database of some information about Moors, hermetic.com, and just other information in ancient texts in general. Anyways, this is the Moorish Science Temple of America Divine Constitution and Bylaws. Now, this is the Constitution and Bylaws for the organization. Some Moors try to make it seem like this is the Constitution for the nation, but that's incorrect. This is for the Moorish Science Temple of America, and thus for Moors and Moorish Americans to follow. So I highlight Act 4 and 5. 4 and 5, player 4 and 5. You don't know that anything. Anyways, all members must preserve these holy and divine laws, and all members must obey the laws of the government, because by being a Moorish American, you are partial of the government, and must live the life accordingly. The one I wanted to highlight is Act 5. This organization of the Moorish Science Temple of America is not to cause any confusion, or to overthrow the laws and constitution of the said government, but to obey hereby. So Noble Drew Ali made it explicitly clear We're not to have cause any confusion or try to make any laws to overthrow this said government. This said government being the United States of America. So this just further supports what the Indiana state, the government, Indiana, it was Indiana, right? The state of Indiana.
Yes.
This supports what the state of Indiana was doing with this USAR group, because they are not aligned with the teachings of Noble Drew Ali. They are this spinoff more sovereign citizen group trying to cause confusion and overthrow the laws of this said government by creating something that's called the United States. It's American Republic, USAR.
Yes, United States of America Republic, National Moorish Government, but they use just USAR.
Right. That is like literally a perfect example of trying to cause confusion, and so man, I appreciate you sharing that, because now I got to do a video and really get into the details of that, because it's important for the people to know and see, with the evidence, these people are bogus. You know what I mean?
What's happened, if I could interject a little bit of what some of my research has yielded, is what's happening is these people that form these governments, they are actually operating this as like a type of McDonald's franchise, if you will. They are going ahead and recruiting other people to recruit others, like multi-level marketing. And they're spreading it from one state to another in that manner.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's scamming 101. You know what I mean? This is what they do. And it's unfortunate.
When they lost the lawsuit, they chose to appeal the lawsuit, but their bogus, not attorney general, went ahead and filed the appeal in the trial court, not the Court of Appeals. If you were a legitimate attorney, you'd know if you need to appeal something, you go to the Court of Appeals.
I mean, the person that I've seen, just to further cement this point, the person that I've seen speak about it's claiming to be a Moor and speaking about law the most is Taj Tariq Bey, and I have yet to see Taj Tariq Bey or any footage of Taj Tariq Bey in any court of any kind winning any case of any kind. Never, I have not seen it. And so for a person to claim to be such a master and knower of law, and he has all of this knowledge, for there to be no examples of this, just genius knowledge, it let me know, like, all right, this nonsense that they're pushing is just that. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of talk, a lot of it's just bogus. You know what I mean? I don't really, I'm being as respectful as I can, because he is an elder, so I don't like to, we need to show respect to our elders. But unfortunately, a lot of these people,
I'm going to disagree with that. Just because you're an elder doesn't mean that you have self-respect and that you are giving respect. And if you don't give respect or have respect for yourself, then I'm sorry, I have no problem with denigrating. Age has nothing to do with it.
I appreciate your opinion. I was just raised a little different, even if.
Oh, I know. I agree. You know what I mean?
But I feel you. I definitely feel you. And in my younger days, it definitely were times where I didn't respect elders as much as I'm striving to now. So I get exactly where you're coming from. When people don't deserve the respect, I understand the feeling of not wanting to give them that. But that's all beside the point. What I did want to get to real quick.
And thank you for showing that teaching of Noble Drew Ali with respect the government. respect the country. I didn't know that. And I
Well,
think it's quite interesting.
let me highlight one other thing, and I'll share with you. I'll send this to you. I'll drop the link in the chat so that people can see as well. But I want to highlight, and then I'm gonna address some comments in the chat before I get up out of here, because I want to highlight just another thing that Noble Drew Ali said in terms of government that I feel a lot of times, just people don't know about or don't highlight, and it's important because it makes it really clear, what he was about, and it wasn't that that the U.S. or the government doesn't have jurisdiction over Moors, or that we're some special class and we don't have to follow any law. It was like complete opposite of that. Here we go. I'm gonna highlight this one. Let me see here. And this is a collection of writings known as Moorish literature. I feel it's really important because it is some of the writings and the teachings that are not about religion or beliefs. Oh shoot. Let me zoom in a little bit more. I'm trying to get it let me get this off the screen. That's what I'm trying to do. Bam. All right. So did I lose it? Okay, here we go. This is from A Divine Warning by the Prophet to the Nations. And here he says, I need all support from all true American citizens of the United States of America. Help me to save my people, Moorish Americans, who have fallen from the constitutional laws of the government. Which government? The United States of America. This is what he's speaking about. I am dependent on your support to get them, your being all true American citizens, to support them, being us, Moorish Americans, back to the constitutional fold again, that they will learn to love instead of hate and will live according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, supporting our free national constitution of the United States of America. Not the national constitution of Moorish America, not the national constitution of Moorish Mexam, not the Moorish American government, our free national constitution of the United States of America. So it's like he's really clear, and I'm trying to think where else he says. Let's see if I can find it. He speaks about the purpose of the he speaks of the purpose of the Moorish Science Temple of America.
Yeah, I'm liking that next paragraph down below what you just read, because it also speaks to governments of other nations.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to find the exact part that I'm thinking of. I'm just trying to scan it, but I don't. I'm going off the. I can't find it at the moment, but I tell you what, I will find it, and when I double back and do a full discussion on the USAR with that stuff, I'll make sure to highlight it then.
Yeah, they actually just recently redesigned their website, and they're upping their game on issuing their own licenses and registrations for cars and all of that. So they're not stopping.
Yeah, but it's all good. Because
I want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had any of the higher up official temple leaders come on your show?
No, unfortunately, I think I ruffled a little too many feathers in that regard. And so, well, to be in all honesty, I haven't specifically asked any of them to come on the show, or
because I think it would be helpful to hear their voice more out there, more publicly saying, all of these things against the little scamming groups, because I don't think that their voice is heard well enough.
Yeah, yes, but in my opinion, it's my belief that is done by on purpose so that the confusion can continue and they can continue just doing what they do in their little group and nothing gets addressed, because outside of the issues with the USAR, Taj, and these outside groups, there's internal issues and people, elders, that need to be held accountable for their mistakes and their trying to find the right way to say it, their lack of they're not upholding their obligation and duties as an officer or as an official within the organization. And there's a lot of accountability, and there's a lot of things that need to be brought on the table. And unfortunately, I feel that people are just afraid. You know what I mean? They don't want to come to the table and really hash out these problems, because then people will see, well, there was a severe lack of any sort of progress or any sort of activity from the organization for decades. And, some people have to get out of these positions of power and allow people that are genuine and sincere about, following the teachings and becoming a citizen of the United States of America as Moorish Americans, and doing all of the things the proper way. It's certain people that don't want that, unfortunately. But that being said, I will sometime next year, January, I will make a class and a space available, for those people to speak up and kind of speak their point. But I'm not holding my breath on it, to be real with you.
I hear you, definitely. Yeah. But it would be nice to hear their voice.
Absolutely. I agree. One last thing, and I'm gonna close out. But and I appreciate your comments. This had to be maybe 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. Back then, I was still speaking and saying that we need, as Moorish Americans within the Moorish Science Temple of America, we need to have a convention where everybody is informed about, and we need to get clarity on the Supreme Grand Council, as well as issues of driver's license, all of these issues that we see happening. Let's get a convention. Let's get it ironed out. From whoever is the officials at the top, that message will be cascaded to every temple. Then we'll all be on the same accord, on the same page. I even went so far as to typing up this in a letter and physically sending it, like old school stamp in the mail, post office, to every single Moorish Science Temple of America address I could find, both physically and on the email as well. And out of maybe, I want to say 65, 70 people I sent it to, I got 3 responses back.
Ouch!
But I understand that, because what I'm speaking to is going to be uncomfortable. It's going to cause people to reassess what's going on, take accountability, admit, hey, Moors, we've messed up here. We've been led astray. We've walked off on these detour routes. We need to get back on the path that Noble Drew Ali established, because all this other nonsense is just a waste of time, energy, and it's not helping any of us,
Yes, leadership definitely needs to start leading instead of being silent.
Yeah. But I appreciate your comment. Did you have anything else that you wanted to add?
No, just be happy and healthy in the new year.
All right, all right. Thank you. I'm a try and bring you off, and then I'm gonna close out because I kind of got to go. I didn't plan on staying this long. And my son, I told him, I was like, oh, I'm going to be on for about 30 minutes. He's like, every time you say 30, it's about 2 hours. But it's only an hour right now. So you're not right. Yeah. Okay. But let me focus. Dang, what did I want? Oh, the comments before I get up out of here. I saw some comments, but I was in the conversation, so I couldn't focus. Where is this at? Pardon me. One second. It is. Somebody said something. Okay, right. So, dang, wait, no, it was somebody else that said. I said no, something. That's right. There you go. Kevin N says, I disagree. We the people have a right to alter and abolish the Constitution. One, if you're talking about we the people, we're talking about citizens of the United States of America. So first we got to establish that. Are you a citizen of the United States of America? And then it's not up to just some small to abolish or alter the Constitution. I don't even want to get into all of that, but it's just that statement was just nonsense. You know what I mean? And it's more towards that same kind of logic that Taj Tariq and the USAR, pushes. It's as if they believe and they want others to believe that Moors or Moorish Americans have some privileged status or some privileged class in the United States of America, and it doesn't work that way. This is not some more supremacy thing. But it was another comment. The Taj is not the attorney, anything. He's never been successful ever, not one single time. And if I'm wrong, here's the thing on the Taj thing. It's not to, I know people love him and some people worship him, but that aside, if there's evidence of Taj winning a case, if there's evidence of Taj being in court and talking about this stuff, and the judge saying, you're right, Taj Tariq Bey, Grand Sheik, just show me the video. Show me, put the footage out there. You know what I mean? Where's the court documentation, the court records? Just put it up. You know what I mean? It's not that hard. 1 second. Hey, man, turn it down, man. Yeah. Thank you. Where's Jamal at now? Jamal and his fake army, are they still on bond in prison? Yeah, they're definitely about half of the group is still waiting trial, and they all pushed theirs back to basically 2024. Some are coming up in February, and I think there's a few more in May. But don't quote me on that exactly. I have to double check the documentation. But yeah, they're another example. They were claiming a lot of things, and then when it came time to show and prove, we saw what was real and what was just internet theater. Let's see. He keeps saying Noble said don't cause confusion. Yeah. Okay. Kevin N says, let me put this here. Kevin N says he keeps saying Noble said don't cause confusion. No one causing it, we learning to try to fix it. Rami saying just lay down and let them continue to mistreat us. That's what I get from you, Rami. I don't think at one time at all in this live or any live I've ever said lay down and let them continue to mistreat us. I've not once said that. If you're getting that from what I'm saying, your understanding is flawed, or your understanding of what I'm saying is mistaken. Noble Drew Ali did say, don't cause confusion. Noble Drew Ali said, do not try to overthrow this said government, but to obey the laws hereby. Not what I said. With Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America and a prophet, if you believe that, to some. Not me. So don't try to put it on me and what I'm saying. This is what Noble Drew Ali said. If you want to cause confusion, you're going against what Noble Drew Ali said, not me. And they are causing it. Taj Tariq Bey is causing confusion. The rise of the Moors were causing confusion. USAR is causing confusion. Enforce the Constitution, Lamont Butler is causing confusion. It's the facts. And they're wrong for doing that. If you want to learn, study Noble Drew Ali. Stop listening to Taj and R.V. Bey and Rise of the Moors or who am I? Tahiri Bey. I know I'm forgetting some other people. Them people in Canada. Yeah, man. Any of those folks. Start with what Noble Drew Ali said. That's first and foremost. If you want to learn, Kevin. Let's see. Any other questions? This channel is confusion. Little gurus that know it all. Here's the thing, Kevin. I don't know it all. I never claimed to know it all. I'm not a guru. I'm a person that studied this information. You know what I mean? You can see it right here. Like I was good in school. I studied the information. I didn't just make these notes up. I studied and I studied and I studied some more. I asked some questions. I went back, realized I was mistaken, admitted my mistakes, did some more studying, and here we are today. Not causing confusion, not trying to claim I know it all, just being honest, Kevin. And I understand you probably follow or, believe in Taj or one of those spinoff groups. You have that right. You're entitled to believe whatever you want to believe. But just because you believe it does not make it true for everyone else in the world. All right. Any You sound like you pray 5 times a day. What? Yo, man, people, let me go ahead and close out. Was there any more questions? Oh my goodness, man. Is there any more questions? You sound like you pray 5 times a day. That's a bad thing. Oh, you pray or you? Oh, I'm sorry. That was a good laugh, Kevin. I appreciate that. Yeah, Kevin is a real comedian, Jane. Kevin is True Science. True Science. What's going on, True Science? Yeah. I agree, guys. The truth. I agree. The last thing, there we go. Simple, man. So thank you. So he asked, so if the government is acting up, what we do? Well, you use your power as a citizen. Your sacred obligation, actually, the Noble Drew Ali said, to cast your ballot and vote. That is your power using your voice as a citizen. That's how you can make a change. Or you can involve yourself in government yourself. You could join your local government, become an alderman or a city council member or a mayor. You can get involved. City councilman or city councilwoman. You know what I mean? City council person. You can do things, but what won't help? Creating YouTube videos and claiming that you have some power over the government and that they don't have jurisdiction over you. That won't help. That is the opposite of helping. Okay, that is the complete opposite. If helping was this way, you're going that way. All right. So stop doing that nonsense that Taj Tariq Bey was pushing and all of these other, fake, fraudulent groups, and listen to what Noble Drew Ali said. Go to the ones at City Hall that know law and ask them. All right. I don't think there's any other questions. Let me see. Take your place in the affairs of man. Come on now. What we talking now? What we talking? Can I get an Islam? Can I get an Islam? Oh man, I appreciate y'all today. I appreciate the comments, the perspectives, even the, even the Kevins of the world. I appreciate you too. He sound like he pray 5 times a day. Oh my goodness. Kush Bay? I'm not sure what that. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Man, I want to close out with something. Feeling good on this. Let me see. Let me see if I can find something. Let me see if I can find something to close out real quick. Let me see if I can find something real quick here. Let me see if I can find something real quick that kind of sums up what we need to be doing today. Let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna find it today. Cam, man, turn that down, man. Turn it down. Yes. Sorry, man. My son is here. All right, man. You pushing them, man. You turn it off now. All right. Let me think. What are we gonna bring here today to close? I want to close out with something I feel good about. You know what I mean? Let's see. I want us to close with something. You know what I mean? With something of substance. Let's see. I'm gonna find something. No. Wait, I don't know who Kush Bay is. Is Kush Bay somebody different than Kush Day? Yeah. Kush Bay is bogus, man. That fella, man. Respect to him as an individual, but the stuff he be talking about is a lot of nonsense. He's another one. I totally forgot about him. But I can see the intelligence. It's just unfortunate that him, a lot like Jamal, tries to use the intelligence and cleverly manipulate this information, and apparently has a strong following. But the truth is the truth. I don't see what I'm trying to look for in this the circle 7. Yeah, I'm not seeing something that I think I know on chapter 10. Let me see in chapter 10. feel like chapter 10 got it for us. Chapter 10. What did I have in chapter 10? Nah. Oh, yeah, that is. I do like chat. Okay, that is here. Here we go. I'll read chapter 10. Yeah. Chapter 25. You know what? I'll go with the people. Chapter 10, real quick, what I was going to read, but I'll go with chapter 25. It says, it says, now men and birds and beasts and creepy things are deities made flesh. How dare you kill anything? It is cruelty that makes the world awry. And when men have learned that when they harm a living thing, they harm themselves, then surely they will not kill, nor cause a thing that Allah has made to suffer pain. That's just one I personally like, but I appreciate the suggestion for chapter 25. Gonna do this one, get up out of here. XXV, the Holy Covenant. If thy brother is if thy brother is in adversity, assist him. If thy sister is in trouble, forsake her not. Oh wait. If the brother is in adversity, assist him. If thy sister is in trouble, forsake her not. Oh my goodness. I didn't see these comments, man. I'm not even I appreciate that, God. It's the truth. On that note, I've been working on that since I read this. I work on that too. Like the other day, I was leaving the house, going down the stairs, and it was like a spider like this big. No lie. I'm talking like for real. But it was hanging from a web and like right in the path of the stairways. I seen it at the last second, hit it with the and I started to go I was like, man, I finna destroy it. But I said, you know what? Let's just let it be. You know what I mean? It didn't get on me. It ain't in the house. Hopefully it figures it out. Now, I must say, when I see the critters and I see the creepy things crawling in the crib, now you done violated. Now you got to go. If you're outside, hey, you know what I mean? But them spiders, man, it's hard. I'm working on it. You know, I ain't perfect, but I appreciate what you said. Yeah. Yes. Educating and thinking for yourself and doing your own research to verify what you're being taught is key. Amen. Last couple of things, and I really got to get out of here. So in your opinion, what does it mean to be Moorish American? A descendant of Moroccans and born in America. Yeah, I know they do, but you feel me? It's still the creepy crawler things, man. We don't hate, remember? I dislike him so much. It's all good, but we not hating. Last thing that I'm gonna get up out of here, cause I saw this. Kush Day will spank you on info. What? Kush Day will spank you on this. Kevin, this is a real character. I don't need I don't need nobody trying to spank me on anything. First of all, let's get to that. First of all, pause. But beyond that, Kush Day, Kush Bay, Kush Hay, it doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. And what he's speaking on is his beliefs, and he could believe what he want to believe. But he's not speaking the truth. He's not teaching what Noble Drew Ali taught. He's just another one of those spin-off, splinter, more sovereign citizen type groups, individuals pushing their rhetoric and their beliefs for whatever agenda they have. More money, fame, or clout, whatever, doesn't matter. The truth is, if you're a Moorish American, if you're a Moor, If you want to know about Moorish Americans and the Moorish Science Temple of America, study Noble Drew Ali. It's that simple. Don't start off listening to Kush Day, Kush Bay, Taj Tariq, whoever. Start off with Noble Drew Ali. You get that foundation right, you won't be misled by characters like that. Yeah. On that, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Much love to you and yours. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the perspectives. Yeah, much love. I wasn't a tarantula, but it looked like it. Much love to you. Much love to yours. Love instead of hate. That is the key. That is the way. Study Noble Drew Ali, not these other figures. And let's have a great day. Peace and love. Boom. Bomb.